Hi, everybody. Good evening. Wait lang. Mukhang hindi ako naririnig ng Hello? Hello po. Hello, good evening. I'll just transfer to the other room. Because I'm having a webinar with students, anak. Hello, good evening. Naririnig niyo po ako?
Opo.
Ayun, sino yan? Ayun, so we have incoming first year students. Ayan, so good evening. By the way, I am Prince Pera and I'm the Dean of the College of Nursing. So let's just wait for our guest speaker, our resource speaker to join us. So konting tiis lamang po. So our topic for today is, all right. And so kumusta naman kayo? I can see Miss Rochelle Tayaban is here. Taga saan si Miss Rochelle?
Nagtipunan po.
Ayun,
Nagtipunan.
Kumusta sa nagtipunan? Wala namang mga cases dyan ng COVID?
Wala naman po. Walang record. Safe.
Walang record. Okay. So, sinong nag-influence sa'yo to enroll in nursing?
Yung mga yung mga pumunta sa school namin.
Yung nag-career guidance. Okay.
Yung career guidance.
Alright. Okay. Sige. Antay lang natin saglit si Sir Rex. I think Ah, ayan. Malapit na siya. So, our topic for tonight is career path and diversity. So, most of our topic, most of the content of the topic would be would involve uh tawag dito, our profession, of course, nursing. And this is the road to successful USRN journey. So, our guest speaker is a nurse from the United States of America. He is formerly a clinical instructor here at PLT College. Ayan si Bebs. Hi, Bebs. Anong nangyari sa quarantine? hinahabol mo yung aking size, Bebs. Okay, so andito rin si Stephanie, third year student na student natin. Incoming fourth year. We also have Kuya Gio. Ayan ang ating very dynamic kuya from the College of Nursing. He is the president of CCEOP Nursing Department. Ayan, si Kuya Gio. We also have Ate Antoinette Tolentino, incoming second year. Ayan. And we have Bel Manuel. Ayan, na nahihirapang pumasok sa ating webinar. So most of our guests tonight are incoming first years. So we have Kate Valdez, we have Erica Bautista, si Ira Jose, ayan, na nakabayad na ng kanyang tuition, enrollment fee. All right. So, ayan, we also have Miss Leia Rose Mahi joining us tonight, incoming second year student. Okay. So, antay-antay lang natin ng konti. Sino si JRT? Yan, sino si JRT? Ayun, si Ate Janine na mukhang galing ng work. Galing kang work, Janine? Ang napakasipag na si Ate Janine. As working while studying ang kanyang PEG ngayong COVID-19. Okay. Alright. Ayan, so wala pa rin si Sir Rex. I think nagpre-prepare pa ang ating guest speaker. Then, in the coming days, marami pa tayong mga lecturers who would like to share also their knowledge and expertise in different topics such as fundamentals of nursing. We also have lecturers who will be discussing about COPAR and the different programs of the Department of Health, which is a scope na matatakel or madadaanan sa inyong community health nursing. Then we also have lecturers, a former dean who is now residing who's now working in Saudi, will be lecturing about cardiovascular diseases and ECG. Tapos may isang clinical instructor din tayo who is now working in Germany na magle-lecture din sa inyo this week or maybe next week. Okay. So marami tayong mga mga resource speakers who will be sharing their knowledge and expertise regarding now various topics in nursing. So, but this evening, uh, we will be uh, we will be having a discussion about career path and diversity, a road to successful USRN journey. So, sabi ko nga kanina, as I have said a while ago, our guest speaker is a registered nurse in the Philippines and a registered nurse in the US as well. So, isi-share niya sa atin yung kanyang journey sa pagpasok niya sa Amerika uh, to look for greener pasture, right? So, I'm sure most of you are also are also excited, and of course we are also hoping and praying that in the future ay makarating din kayo sa Amerika working as a registered nurse. So makakakuha tayo ng mga ideas, and of course mas mapapagaan na yung ating application at ating experience uh, in as a nurse.
Mga paasar!
Okay na eh, pansit kantaran ini da. Anak puto. Adi makata eh.
Hello, Sir Prince. Mic test.
Hanap tayo ng maganda-gandang signal. Morning. Correct. Good evening.
Sir, narinig mo ako? Hello.
Yes, hello Sir Rex. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Okay naman, sir.
Okay. Sige sir, i-share mo lang yung ano, yung PowerPoint mo dito.
Hmm.
As of we have 23, ayan, 23 nursing students.
Okay.
All right, so we have 23 nursing students, sir, joining us this evening for the webinar on our topic about career path and diversity, a successful USRN journey, to be shared to us by our resource speaker, the former clinical instructor of PLT College Incorporated, a good friend of mine na payaman ng payaman kasi nasa Amerika na
Ah,
si Sir Rex. Ayan. Um, meron siyang isang very cute and adorable na daughter. Ayan. So without much ado, I would like to introduce our resource speaker for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Sir Rex Licyag.
okay. Magandang gabi sa ating lahat. And thank you, Sir Prince, for inviting me to be one of the speaker of your nursing students. I'm so happy to be talking again, even though kahit hindi sa harap ng mga estudyante, but to share a little bit of my experiences and struggles as well. At the same time, like motivational talk and inspirational talk to each and every one of you guys. I believe hindi to hindi to third year or fourth year. It's a mix of students from first year to fourth year. It's a good I was thinking kasi na akala ko mga fourth year or third year lang yung mga to. But I was informed by Sir Prince earlier na halo-halo ko yung mga estudyante from different levels. So, I chose this topic kasi tinanong ako ni Sir Prince kung anong pwede kong ma-share. And I chose this topic kasi it's very, nakaka-relate ako sa topic na ganito. To start with, I came from a very poor family. And to finish education is a struggle for me. And even for my siblings, actually. Hindi lang po ako yung nag-aaral sa amin, nag-aaral yung mga kapatid ko na iba. So, alam nyo naman, ang anak ng isang farmer, it's very difficult. Especially sa pagbayad ng tuition, sa mga ganito, sa mga requirements, walang pambili, walang ganito, and so forth. So, I would be sharing my experiences tonight. to encourage probably you guys to study better and to strive more and to have how can I say it, like encourage yourself to be more dedicated and um, how can I say, maging mas maano pa kayong mga estudyante, mas igihan nyo pa yung pag-aaral nyo. So to start with, I'm going to start with career. Career basically, saan na ba yung PowerPoint ko?
I-share screen mo, sir.
Diba sir, pwede mag-ano dyan?
Ano? Ano, Sir Rex?
Pero na-receive mo sir yung sinend ko sa'yo?
Saglit lang. I-check ko muna. Pero pwede mo siyang i-share screen, sir.
Share screen, wait. Okay.
Sige lang, sir. Magsalita ka lang at i-prepare ko lang.
So I'm going to start with career. Bakit career tayo mag-start? Kasi lahat ginusto na maging nursing student or I mean maging nurse in the future, a successful nurse in the future. Kasi diyan tayo nag-start eh. Habang elementary pa lang tayo or habang bata tayo, we look up to people na parang gusto kong maging ganito. Yung iba gusto maging sundalo, yung iba gusto maging teacher, yung iba maging doctor. Kasi they look up to someone or they idolize someone na from deep within, parang na i-inspire sa mga tao na yon, so they try to follow the footstep of the person na kanilang iniidolo. So chinos nila yung profession na yun kasi gusto talaga nila. Sabi nga nila, dati-rati kasi, sabi nila, teacher is the noblest profession. However, sa ngayon, nursing is the best profession. Bakit mo? Kasi parang for example ngayon, during this pandemic, sino bang sumasabak, di ba? Unang-una mga health professionals like us nurses, doctors, midwives, and other healthcare professionals. So parang kung ginusto mo tong career na to, panindigan mo. Yung parang, okay, nung bata pa ako gusto kong ganito. Nung high school, nung elementary ako gusto kong ganito. Nung high school ako hanggang ganito. Hanggang ngayon, pinasukan ko ito. So that's your chosen profession. That's the start of your career. Kasi pag tungtong mo pa lang ng college, doon ka na nag-build up doon mo na binibuild yung career mo. Kung anong gusto mong gawin in the future. Kung gusto mo bang maging ganito, gusto mong maging ganito, or gusto mong maging ganoon. So, ikaw yung nag-choose ng own profession mo na yan. The next one is, probably you were advised by someone. Like yung sinasabi nga namin ni Sir Prince kanina, maybe a lot of you guys, you have relatives overseas in the UK or in the US, or some other parts of the country, like in Asia, maybe in Japan or South Korea. Parang ganun, yung na-advise lang kayo ng mga tita nyo or na-encourage kayo ng mga relatives nyo na working healthcare professionals in some other countries. Kasi syempre, hindi naman lingid sa ating kaalaman na ang bayad nating mga nurses if you work overseas is much better. It's better in the Philippines. To be honest, I did not choose this profession. It was chosen by my aunt who sent me to school. So my aunt advised me when I finished high school to to take up nursing because that's the time na in boom na 2001, 2002. So I took it up. not knowing na marami talagang advantages sa pag-take up ng nursing. Hindi ko siguro masasabi na nakapunta ako sa US kung nurse. Kung bakit ako pumunta ng ibang bansa like Australia, US, other parts of Northern America. Kasi nga sa pagta-travel, sa pagpunta mo sa Amerika, magta-travel ka ganito, punta sa ibang countries. It's because of my career or of my profession na in-advise sa akin ng kita ko, though before it was against my, it was against my will, sabi ko, akong kamuwang-muwang dyan. So, to cut the story short, I was advised to take up nursing with my cousin. So, punta kami sa isang university sa then, nag-enroll kami. Wala nga akong alam kung gagawin, kung anong course mo. But I took it up, though I don't have any idea. And eventually, I learned from and I to nursing. The next one, career is peer pressure. Most of us, like, we have friends way back in elementary or maybe in high school, or sa inyong mga ngayon, sa inyo ngayon kasi may K-12, you are probably influenced by somebody else, like a close friend of yours, na sabi, ay, mag-nursing tayo kasi sabi ng tito ko, ganito. Sabi ng tito ko, in demand daw ito sa ibang bansa, which is, nagdecline daw ang nursing. I don't think so. Kasi gusto mong mag-apply sa ibang bansa to pursue your nurse community. Though I'm not saying pagpunta mo sa isang bansa, like for instance, Canada or sa US, maging nurse ka agad. To do a lot of studies, you need to do a lot of trainings, you need to do a lot of exams, interviews, and so on and so forth. So, I can say na boom pa rin ang nursing hanggang ngayon. Eventually, ang pagkakaiba nga lang is in different fields probably. I'll be discussing that one later sa diversity. So yun nga, sabi kong peer pressure, yung sinasabi ko way back, ini-encourage ka ng friends nyo or shinare ng friends nyo kasi may mga relatives sila sa ganito, ang ganda daw ng kita, ang ganda ng ganito, makapagpasyal ka sa ibang bansa, which is true. So, I don't know, maybe some of you guys are influenced by friends. That's what they call peer pressure. The last one about career is undecided. Maybe nung pag-graduate nyo ng K-12, high school, sabi nyo, ano kayong kukunin ko? Bakit hindi ko. So, baka you're one of the people na pumunta lang sa isang university na, okay, itry ko nga to para kung ayaw ko, shift na lang ako, diba? After, the next time or during my second year or third year. Kasi while they are deciding kung ano talagang gusto nila sa buhay, basta kuha lang sila ng kuha na kung anong course. And maybe, I'm not sure if one of these 25 participants or 23 decided kaya siya pumasok or kaya niya pinasok ang pagiging nurse. So those are the four parang factors that contribute sa ng ating career. Chosen profession, ginusto natin yan kasi we love doing it, we have the passion of doing it, or ginusto natin kasi we tend to tap to someone experience, or we tend to idolize someone that's having the same profession. The second one is advised by someone, like what I've said, you were advised mga tito, tita, lola, lolo, kasi in the healthcare services na nasa ibang bansa, more or less. Kasi syempre pag dito naman sa Pilipinas, hindi ka naman, I'm not sure, pero hindi ka naman siguro encourage ng tito mo, ay mag-nurse ka. Kasi kung dito ka naman magtatrabaho, I'm not saying na hindi maganda, kaso syempre, we are aiming for a brighter and a bigger future. Siguro, nag-encourage talaga sa inyo guys, most of the time is yung mga nasa ibang bansa na mga relatives nyo na kumuha ng nursing kasi alam nila yung kalakaran na medyo okay yung sweldo, tapos maganda yung mga benefits once nakapunta kasi ibang bansa, tapos naka-migrate ka doon, tapos naging citizen ka doon. then you can travel a lot if you want to. Then the third one is, as I mentioned earlier, peer pressure. You were influenced by your friends or your best friends way back in your K-12 life or high school life. And the last one is undecided. Ito yung sinasabi mo, ay hindi ko alam kung ano yung kukunin kong course. I'm not yet sure. So basta enroll ka lang ng enroll, kuha ka lang ng kuha ng course na hindi mo alam kung ano talaga yung direction ng buhay or anong patutunguhan mo. Okay, guys. So, Sir Prince.
Hello, sir. Hello, Sir Rex.
Okay lang.
Okay lang.
Tutuloy ko lang.
Sige.
Okay. So, the next one would be path. Kasi nga sabi ko kanina is tatlo yung gusto kong discuss ngayon is about career, path, and diversity. So, path. Ano ba ang path? Basically, ito yung parang tinatahak nating landas or gusto nating tahakin na landas. So, sa path na sinasabi ko is may mga dapat tayong gawin para matahak natin yung landas na yon. Ano nga ba yung mga? Okay. Sa mga freshmen or mga first year student, this is just the beginning na sa buhay nyo. Kasi iba yung K-12, iba yung high school, iba yung college. So unang-una sa path na gusto kong i-emphasize is finish your degree. Alam natin sa panahon ngayon that the competition is very, very, how can I say, napakatindi ng competition sa pag-apply sa mga work. For instance, comparing kung ako yung manager or somewhat like a company, usually they are looking for a college degree, at least college graduate, di ba? So, ang kalakaran ngayon is at least natin yung 4 years na ating degree na nursing. Kasi 4 years so far ngayon. Okay. Pagkatapos ng years na yan, diploma. Yung diploma na yan naman ang pwede nating gamitin sa pag-apply ng trabaho. But of course, you are aiming for more. Diba? Ang sabi nga nila, people are not contented on what they have. I mean, it shouldn't be the term dapat, pero it's reality na people are never contented. For instance, may position ka na ngayon, but gusto mo pang mas mataas pa na position. It's because probably of the demand, of the needs sa buhay mo na kailangan mong tustusan. Kaya gusto mo pang umangat. Okay? So, syempre nagkaroon na tayo ng diploma. Pwede ka naman magtrabaho kung graduate ka, di ba? Pero syempre, hinahanap mo yung diploma mo. Sa katunayan ba yan na you are a 4-year graduate talaga or you are a nursing graduate ng 4 years? Syempre, hanapin ang diploma. But as I've said, we are aiming for more. So, we need to have a license. To have a license is not easy. Kasi, syempre, ang dami mong dapat gawin dyan. Parang, for you guys na mga 3rd year or 4th year siguro, it's time for you to start like preparing yourself. Like, try to read, pakunti-kunti lang, rather than pag-graduate mo, parang graduate na pala ako, parang wala akong, alam mo yun, parang blank na, kasi iba yan yung parang, after the year of the or after you leave the room, parang mag-ano na yung parang matauhan ka na, ay, parang kulang pa yung inaral ko within 4 years. So what I always advise for even for the students is that as early as like if you're 3rd year or 4th year, tutukan nyo na magbasa na kayo ng pakunti-kunti, try to reels, try to update regarding medical, or if you are or ikaw naman ay wide reader, I should say, magbasa ka ng kahit ano-anong mga journals or updates or anything that will help you a lot. But of course, focus mo pa is medical kasi nag-prepare ka for your board exam soon. At telling you guys, board exam for nursing is not easy. Lahat naman siguro ng board exam hindi madali. Kaso what I'm saying is, exam ng nursing is one, I mean, siguro isa sa mga pinakamahirap. Kasi hindi siya yung parang ordinary quiz lang na ganito, ganito, ganito. Yan po ay yung subject kung hindi pa nababago ngayon na kailangang bumasa. Or kailangang i-take. We have community, psychiatrist, medical, surgical, 1 and 2, and then fundamentals of nursing. So, yun. Para tayo nandas, kailangan mong mag-prepare ng board exam at syempre, i-aim mo na papasa ka ng board exam. Kasi what's the point? Na nag-review ka, tapos hindi mo sineseryoso, gumastos ka, you really provided everything, or your mother or should I say, na nag-work sa ibang bansa or dito sa Pilipinas, nagpapakahirap sila para lang mag-review ka dito ng board exam mo. Ganon din po sa college days. I'm not saying na ang pagseryoso sa buhay natin ng mga estudyante is during the preparation board exam. I also want to emphasize that in order for you to finish a 4-year degree course, dapat talagang igihan yung pag-aaral. Mag-aaral sa mga lesson nyo, kahit hindi, anong tawag dito, hindi siya lecture ngayon, try to read in advance para magka-idea. Kasi ang sabi ko sa inyo, I came from a poor family. And what I did when I was in college, not a very student, pero I make sure na papas ako at the same time, papakita ko sa parents ko. Kasi nga, they work a lot. They work hard to provide finances para makatapos tayo sa pag-aaral. Okay? The fourth one is job hunting or looking for a job. Siyempre, finish your degree. After finishing 4 years in college, magkukuha ninyo yung diploma nyo, so mag-prepare na kayo sa board exam. And as I've said, always claim it and always pray to God na papasa kayo sa exam. Hindi yung parang mahirap yung board exam siguro ng nursing kasi sabi ni Rex dati nung naging speaker namin siya, ang hirap-hirap daw, which is very true. Mahirap talaga, wala namang madali. Everything is difficult, sabi na nila. But we need to work on it. We need to work hard. If you have goals in life, work hard. If hard is not enough, work harder hanggang maging hardest. Tapos after naging hardest mo yung gusto mo sa buhay mo, what you will be one of the happiest people siguro na sa mundo. Kasi nakuha mo na eh. You started working hard. If it doesn't work harder. Like study hard. If it doesn't work, study harder. And if it doesn't work, study hardest. Hanggang makuha mo yung gusto mo sa buhay. Okay, anyway. So, job hunting, looking for a job. So, finish your degree, diploma, board exam preparation. And after that, siyempre, pag nakuha mo yung license mo, pag pumasa ka na, mag-apply ka na sa PRC ng license. After a few months, i-release na yan. Then you can start looking for a job. Most of us, siguro, is we want to look for a job that is related to our profession or to our career as a nurse. Siyempre naman. Kasi nga, what's the point na kumuha ka ng 4 years course, pumasa ka ng board exam, pinagpan mo lahat-lahat, tapos maghanap ka ng ibang trabaho. But I'm not to limit yung paghanap ng trabaho sa ating sa nursing lang. Kasi ang dami dyan trabaho. For example, pagpasa mo ng board exam, pagkuha mo ng license mo or while na hinihintay mo yung result ng board exam, I should say, yung trabaho. Pwede kang maging salesman, pwede kang maging waiter, pwede kang maging tutor, or habang hinihintay mo yung result. Pero syempre, pag nakuha mo yung license mo, try to look for a job that is related to our profession. Syempre, yung sinasabi ko na pinahirapan natin yung ating profession. So, ang mangyayari siguro niyan, after nakuha mo yung license mo, either clinic ka pupunta, sa maliliit na clinic, of course, don't expect too much na sahod kasi syempre, pag clinic na, it's understandable na maliit or private hospitals, mali talaga ang sahod dyan. Or pwede ka rin namang mag-apply as a volunteer. Volunteer in what sense? For instance, if you want to pursue nursing in the Philippines, or if you want to um, gather experience as soon as possible kasi gusto mo na talagang makaalis ng Pilipinas para makatulong sa family mo in the Philippines, lalo for example, ikaw ay patay, or if you are if you are like kung ikaw pa lang sa family mo tapos marami kang magkakapatid, of course is a Filipino culture na parang since ka na ng board exam, magtrabaho ka para makatulong ka naman sa mga kapatid mo. Although it's not supposed to be our obligation. Sabi na, ang kapatid ay hindi obligasyon ng isang kapatid. But it's already inculcated parang sa Filipino culture na it's about very close family ties and helping each other na ganito. Kaya parang nagiging responsibilidad ng panganay na tulungan yung sabi ko na gusto mong maka-earn agad-agad ng experience, you can go for a volunteer work sa mga government hospitals. Kasi pag mag-apply ka sa overseas, they prefer to, they look for your resume and they prefer to hire nurses that came from government hospitals kasi alam nilang madami yan eh. And unlike from private hospital, parang yung bed capacity is lesser. Pero pag sinabi natin government, mamamatay ka dun sa pagtrabaho. Hindi maubos-ubos ang pasyente. Maya may admission. Nag-discharge ka ngayon, next na naman, maya after 10 minutes, may dumating na naman admission. Ganyan lang ang buhay ng mga nurses sa government hospitals. Walang tigil na trabaho yan. But your experience will help you to get a better job. Kasi nga, mas marami kang pasyenteng na-handle, mas marami kang knowledge na at skills na nadidire tsaka nalaman. Unlike pag sa maliit ka lang, okay, may experience ka, pupuntahan mo siguro din or kukuha sa inyo in the other countries, yung maliit din na hospital. Like for example, if you came from a clinic, apply mo overseas is kukunin ka ng, or sa Saudi for instance, is kukunin ka ng isang military or government hospital doon. More or less, ang papasukan mo din doon is maliit na clinic din lang. Kasi binibase sa experience natin. So, my advice is, lalo sa mga sinabi ko na may mga responsibilidad, may mga kapatid, may mga gustong tulungan yung magulang, go for volunteer work right after you have your license sa isang any government hospitals. You guys, ang volunteer po, eventually if you have performance, then they might absorb you and become staff. And if you're a staff, that's points for you if you apply overseas kasi staff and volunteer yung ilalagay sa work employment. So, mga third year, fourth year guys, huwag kayong maniwala na hindi na boom ang nursing. Napakarami pa rin tayong pwedeng trabahuin related sa health services. Hindi lang hospital. Ang dami-dami pa niyan. Basta wag lang kahit ibang ang problema sa atin is I think our country is not parang hindi promote yung ibang areas. Hindi always nurses hospital. But actually we have a lot or we have a wide range of works as well. Hindi magiging hospital or clinical nurses. Marami pa po yan. I'll try my best to discuss that when we do the diversity later. So, ganun po. So, as the earlier, under path, yung tatahakin nating landas, syempre, for first years, I encourage everybody na pag-igihan yung pag-aaral nyo kasi fair pala kayo guys. Marami pa kayong kakaining bigas. And if you have determined perseverance, kung yung mga sa puso at saka isip nyo, makamit nyo yan. Kasi kayo lang ang tutulong sa sarili nyo. Hindi naman sasabihin ng kaibigan mo, for example, na, oy, pakopyahan kita ngayon. Okay. Okay, during college days, yes, you can copy. Pwede ka mangopya sa ibang kaklase mo or something like that. But, mind you guys, after you finish your 4 years in college, you'll be all by yourself. For instance, mag-take ka ng board exam, hindi naman sabihin ng ano mo na pakokopyahan ka niya. Yun ang isang lesson sa inyo na mga first year or lahat sa inyo guys, it doesn't matter kung anong year level kayo. That's a very good challenge sa inyo na huwag kayong umasa ng umasa na, ay, okay lang kasi papakopyahan naman ako ni yung kaibigan ko bukas or may mga ganito, may mga exams or may assignments. Laging andyan yung mga kaibigan na course. We have a lot of friends when in college. Ang sinasabi ko is try to prepare yourself kasi hindi lang tutulong sa kung gusto mo talagang may mas magandang maabot, may mas magandang mangyari sa iyong buhay. Okay? Underpath pa rin tayo is we have a lot of things to consider. But I'm going to focus on the 4 areas probably because this is this is like the highlights para sa akin. So things to consider habang tinatahak natin yung ating landas sa ating gustong puntahan. First is we have focus and determination. As I've said earlier, if you want something in life, if you want to be a successful nurse, should I say, you should have focus and determination. I-combine mo na rin dyan ang purpose. It's like focus, determination, and purpose. Bakit ko ba gusto ito? For instance, because I want to help people. I want to care people, something like that. But first of all, you need to have focus. Gusto ko itong marating. Gusto ko maging successful nurse. Gusto ko maging nurse sa Australia. Gusto ko maging nurse sa New Zealand. Gusto ko maging nurse sa UK. Gusto ko maging nurse sa US. Gusto ko maging nurse sa Canada. Let's be realistic, guys. A lot of us take up nursing because we wanted to have a better life in the future. Yung parang gusto nating maiba, kumbaga yung buhay natin from siguro pagiging mahirap na umangat konti. That's why we take up nursing. Kasi ito nga it's one of the parang mabilis na passport para makapunta sa ibang bansa. Though, as I've said earlier, hindi ko pa sinasabi na pag nurse ka dito, pagpunta natin sa ibang bansa ay nurse tayo. It takes a lot of sacrifices, a lot of how can I say it? Sacrifices and hardships para maging nurse ka sa ibang bansa. But as I'm telling you, like our pastor, ito lang yung umpisa. So pag focus mo talaga, gusto kong maging ganun. Parang sabi mo siguro, I'm challenging you guys. Kung sabihin nyo, gusto ko maging si Rex. But si Rex, galing sa mahirap na pamilya, nakaapak ng US, nakaapak ng Australia, nakaapak ng Canada. Okay, bakit? Kung ako kinaya ko, kayo pa kaya hindi nyo kaya, di ba? Everybody can do it. Nasa sa atin lang yan. Kung may determination ka, mag-focus ka. Okay? Dapat may perseverance ka din kasi gusto mo yung isang bagay eh. Okay, mahirap talaga. Wala naman tayong nakukuhang mga bagay na madali. Ako nga eh, sorry, to share my experience, I've wasted a lot of money. Nag-loan pa ako para lang may magamit ako kasi my family and we don't have money. We are financially incapable of providing this money that these agencies are asking in the Philippines. Kasi nga, pag hindi ka naman mag-provide ng ganong hindi ka naman makakaalis. So, those are the things that I'm saying, that it takes a lot of sacrifices. Okay, mag-sacrifice ka. Sa akin, to be honest, nag-loan kami. Kasi nga, wala akong magagamit. Magkano yun? Pagpunta ko doon, nagtrabaho. Hindi ako pumunta doon para mag-enjoy. But as I'm saying, eventually, pag okay ng trabaho mo doon, then you tend to enjoy course, saying na enjoy ka ng enjoy, na wala kang maipon. Anong pa rin yung focus mo na ay, punta ako dito, magtrabaho ako. Hindi ako pumunta dito para magtrabaho at gumastos. You went there to work, save money, kasi malay mo, parang may mga ibang tao kasi na gustong pumunta lang doon, magtrabaho, bumalik sa Pilipinas, mag-business, or how can I say, or dito lang maghanap ng ibang work, basta may puhunan silang naipon konti. Or kung ikaw naman yung gusto talaga doon, well and good. Kasi while working there, after a few years working in other countries like New Zealand, Canada, and some other parts of the UK, then you can get your families. Maging immigrant na kayo doon. And mind you guys, the benefits if you're an immigrant in those countries are napakaganda. Free education, may allowance yung mga anak nyo, o di ba? Saan mo mahanap yun sa Pilipinas? So, yun ang isang isipin nyo kung talagang gusto nyo sa buhay. Focus and be determined. Tapos, maging since sarili mo, ganito talagang gusto kong gawin. And as I've said, work on it. Hindi naman sabing, ay, mag-aaral ako ng nursing, tapos pagmasa ng board exam, mag-apply ako ng ganito, tapos pupunta na ako ng kana. Okay. Siguro rin yung relatives sa bansa, that's an advantage. But of course, what I'm saying is, hindi naman ganong kadali na, ay, may tita ako, kukunin ako agad-agad. Hindi ganong kadali. Lalo kung hindi din naman ganong kaganda yung trip ng ating relatives sa ibang bansa. What I'm saying is, who will help kung anong gusto talaga nating marating. Kasi kung baga ikaw, gusto mong punta doon, although andun yung tita mo, pero bakit pupunta ka ba doon na palamunin ka? Siyempre, gusto mo rin pagpunta mo doon, may maganda kang trabahong makukuha. Kaya nga sinasabi ko dito, try to go for gain an experience. Laban natin kung pumunta tayo dun sa ibang bansa. Parang hindi lang, ay, maging cargador ka na lang dyan or maging janitor ka muna or maging tagapunas ka muna ng mga ganyan. Yung parang ganun ba? Kasi nga, hindi ka prepare eh. Pero ang sabi ko, pag prepare ka na dito sa Pilipinas, pagpunta mo doon, medyo okay na yung makukuha nating trabaho. In return, yung family sa Pilipinas, their life. The next one is goals, objectives, aim, or dream. Yung sinasabi ko nga kanina, this is in connection with the first topic na dapat may goals tayo or objectives in life. Siyempre, iba-iba tayo ng goal at objectives or aim or dream sa buhay. Yung iba dyan, gustong maging nurse kasi right after graduation, right after passing the board exam, kukunin ng family or relatives overseas. Iba naman dyan, gustong mag-serve sa community kasi they have the heart to serve the far-flung areas for ng nursing is mag-abroad. There are still others who work as a community nurse, for instance, because they own country. Pero yun yung sinasabi ko, nasa kanya tayo ng goal. So kung ano man yung dream, kung ano man yung gusto sa buhay, and you need to try to work. Kasi yun yung parang anong tawag dyan? Yung parang just like our bullet, yung goals natin. Yun para sa tatahakin nating landas. Kasi kung wala kang goals, ang mangyayari dyan is you will be left behind. You will be like, you'll be left nowhere. Kasi wala kang goals, wala kang objective. So parang palutang-lutang ka lang, ay, gusto kong gawin ito, gusto kong gawin yun. May ginawa mo na namang isang ganyan. Wherein, kung nag-focus ka sana, or kung may goals ka, or yan kasi, unlike yung, ay, parang nga sa number 3 na ladder, bumalik ka pa kasi unorganized ka nga eh. Or I mean, disorganized, I should say. Yung thought mo. Na parang, ay, hindi pala. Gawin ko nga muna yun. Diba? Unlike sa person na may objects in life na it's like they're climbing the ladder one at a time. And mind you guys, that's yan ang gagawin nyo sa buhay nyo. You will dreams smoothly. Although, hindi ko sinasabi naman na wala tayong encounter na problema during climbing the ladder. Of course, meron pa rin yan. That leads me on the third topic, obstacles and hindrances. So in connection with the second one, yung sinasabi natin, syempre, may goal tayo na gusto nating maging ganito. Syempre, during that time na nag-climb tayo ng ladder, we tend to have obstacles and hindrances. Ano yung mga yon, for instance? Okay, as I've said earlier, number one sa ating mga Pilipino is finances. Okay, andyan na yung mga relatives natin sa ibang bansa. Okay. Pero, kailangan naman natin magkaroon ng pera dito para mag-pass ng papers, magbayad ng ganito, sa contingency, pag ganito, mag-take ng exam or something like that. Those are like an example of obstacles and hindrances. Or we have family problem. Common na yan. Yung tipong, for example, kung may mga asawa na ako in the future or may mga relationship problem, yung tipong nag-apply ka na tapos biglang may nangyaring ganito. Tapos you were ruined by your feelings na you were like disappointed that, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I'd rather stay in the Philippines. So those are like the obstacles. We have a lot of obstacles, hindrances, problems that we might encounter while we are trying to climb the ladder. So in that case, we need to be strong. I always say that if we have obstacles and problems and hindrances that we may encounter to climb the ladder going to our dream, or to do while we try to follow or do our objectives, we always look up and pray to God. He is the only guy. He's the only person that can lead us and give us wisdom and give us the thought kung ano yung mga maganda nating gawin. Example, naguguhan ka kasi ang dami ng problema. Ako na nagawin ako, to be honest, just pray to God and provide. As you're sincere, if you we need to accept the reality that we are third world country. We don't have money, we don't have finances. Saan tayo kukuha ng 250,000 na required ng agency or 300,000 pesos na required ng agency para makaalis tayo, for instance? Di ba? Mga tayo yan. Kasi nga, kahit nga may experience tayo, wala naman tayong pera. It's like a big obstacles or hindrance sa ating pag-apply sa ibang bansa. So what I did is I always pray to God, give me the wisdom, show me the way. And He always does. He always leads the way, leads the right path, or leads me to the right to help. And the last one would be flexibility. So with this, with the three things that I've discussed, focus on determination, goals, objectives, and dreams, and aims, obstacles, and hindrances. If you have these things, like for example, and it didn't work the way it's used to, or the way you plan, for instance, you need to be flexible. Flexible or flexibility. Flexibility is like being able to adjust or adapt to a certain environment or certain situation. Hindi yung parang, kumbaga, na-disappoint ka, hanggang doon ka na lang. Kasi sabi mo, ay, hindi siguro to para sa akin. Why not try? For me, when I applied working overseas, I applied a lot. Una, nag-apply ako ng Saudi. They offered me family nurse. But of course, Saudi ba naman, pupunta ko na maging family nurse, magkano ang sahod ko na in-offer sa akin? 17,000 pesos. That was way back 2010. Tumanggi ako, sabi ko, ang baba naman. Tsaka family nurse, napakababa. So, nag-apply ako ng Taiwan. Kasi sabi ko, even kahit maging caregiver lang ako doon, okay lang. Kasi medyo okay naman ang sahod. Never akong kinawagan. Sabi ko, ano ba to? Parang hindi siguro para sa akin. But I never give up. Then nag-apply ulit ako ng Singapore. Ito, na lang ganito, ang puro ako deny. Then, nag-apply ako ng Israel. Yung ay sinasabi ko na, ang laki ng perang kailangan nila. Saan nakuha ko ng 300,000, babayad ko sa agency. So sabi ko, oh my goodness. I'm qualified enough, I have the trainings and everything to become a caregiver in Israel or to work there. Pero ang problema nga is finances. So hindi ako nakaalis. So last resort, apply ako sa ibang field not related to nursing. So sabi ko, okay naman. Um, okay naman na to. But andun yung goals ko sa buhay. Ayoko namang dito lang sa Pilipinas hanggang. I want to explore. I want to explore and see yung ibang mga marami akong dapat gawin, I should say. Tsaka marami akong gustong makita. So, then he hears me. So, after that, nag-apply ako sa US. Then that's my big break. Kasi, after nag-apply ako sa US, few months lang, may reply na yung agency. But of course, what I'm saying, hindi po ako pumunta doon as a nurse immediately. Siyempre, napagdadaan muna tayo ng ibang trabaho. Caregiver, healthcare assistants, or kung anong-anong trabaho pwedeng gawin doon. Eventually, as I've said, you can do trainings, you can study more, and you can apply as a staff nurse or as a health assistant nurse. Assistant nurse, I should say. Diba? So, ganun lang yun. It takes time. But need to be flexible. Hindi yung pag may nangyaring hindi maganda sa ating goals or feelings. But it doesn't mean that you're gonna stop there and not move on. So for this point, you are ill, I should say, then try to wake up. Di ba yung sinasabi nila, nadapa ka nga, tapos hindi ka babangon, anong mangyayari sa'yo? Baka apakan ka ng mga tao na naglalakad sa daan, di ba? So if you stumble, you need to stand up and walk again. Ganun lang ang buhay natin. Sa mga specify ko lang to sa mga third year at saka fourth year, especially sa mga fourth year na kasi ang bilis ng araw mga guys. Ma-realize na lang nyo, tapos na kayo ng 4 years course sa college and you'll be on your own, naghanap ng mga ganito. So you need to be very strong and you need to be determined and you need to be flexible enough. Whatever happens, try to apply or don't be disappointed immediately. Or yung hindi kayo madaling ma-disappoint na, ay, hindi nangyayari to sa akin, hindi to para sa akin to. Why not try again? Sabi nga, let's take a risk. In life, sometimes we need to take a risk. So, hindi naman nag-work, hindi siguro mag-work ito. Why not try again? Di ba? Try again. Malay mo, on your second, on your third attempt, doon yung big break mo, doon ka tanggap ng blessing from up above. Di ba? Na, ay, ang ganda nito. Hindi nga ako nakapunta doon, pero pumunta naman ako dito. And pag andito ako, pwede ako makapunta doon. Kasi mas madali na lang. Alam niyo yung mga yon, we ask for something na ni Lord because He has a better plan for us. Na hindi ko bibigay ito kasi gusto ko, ito ang ibigay ko para mas marami ka pang matulungan or mas marami ka pang gustong gawin or mas marami ka pang matututunan sa buhay. Okay? The third one is diversity. As I've said earlier, dito sa Pilipinas kasi, diversity, ano ibig ng diversity? Diversity is like, parang iba-iba. Parang, kumbaga, magkaroon tayo ng cultural diversity. Iba-iba naman, it's more of like career diversity. Ibang trabaho. So, for instance, ang common lang sa atin is like hospital settings. For instance, gusto mong maging nurse, gusto mong maging ER nurse, gusto mong maging ICU nurse, or maging pediatric nurse, medical surgical nurse, or nurse, DR nurse, okay. ER nurse, or other fields dito sa Pilipinas, marami po yan actually. ER nurse, gusto mo maging emergency nurse kasi gusto mo yung on the go ka lagi. Okay, you can right after having your license, pwede kang dumiretso agad na mag-apply doon kung yun ang gusto mong tutukan. ER nurse kasi on the go ka, gusto mo mga emergency talaga na cases. ICU naman, kung tao na medyo boring siguro or gusto mo yung napag-iisa ka, yung gusto mo nagtatrabaho ka lang na mag-isa, then probably ICU. Matos na pasyente na nakatube na hindi na sila nakapagsasalita, na yung libing yung ayaw nila or parang silang natutulog na or let's say layman's terms comatose. Kung gano'n naman yung personality mo, ka naman ICU or intensive care unit. Kung ikaw naman is mahilig sa mga bata, you can work as a pediatric nurse. Mga babies naman ito hanggang I think 17 years old, if I'm not mistaken, sa Pilipinas. Mga pedya, mga bata yung mga yan. Okay? So, syempre, may mga iba-iba nga yung personality natin, di ba? Gusto mo mga batang handle mo kasi iba yung feeling mo pag nagkikare ka ng mga bata, doon ka pumunta. You can specialize on that as well. That's a specialty. Although in the Philippines, hindi natatawag yan na specialty, but in some other country, specialty po yung mga to pediatric or I mean pediatric na area. Medical surgical naman. Kung ikaw naman yung tao na gusto mo yung mga post-operative cases, you can go to medical surgical ward para ikaw naman yung care sa mga cases na cesarean section, exploratomy, and some other OR cases. ORDR naman, let's say, kasi usually dito sa Pilipinas, combine operating room at saka delivery room. So, kung gusto mo na mag-assist sa mga operations, very specialized on OB. OB is usually for mothers, pregnant mothers, and newborn babies. Neonatal as well. Neonatal, I think, in the or NICU, I should say. Their specialties that very popular in the US, for instance, is geriatric ward, psychiatric ward, infectious disease. Pero specialty din po itong infectious diseases. Kayo naman yung nakikare sa mga may TB, sa mga may hepatitis B, mga may HIV, and so forth and so forth. Okay? Another one is very popular in in other countries is occupational nurse. Though sa atin kasi dito sa Pilipinas, hindi ito na parang it's not very popular compared sa ibang bansa ng occupational nurse. Ano bang occupational nurse? Siguro marami sa atin ang hindi nakakaalam ng occupational nurse. Ang occupational nurse po is like you are working in a certain company. Then you look for occupational hazard, for instance. For example, sa mining industry, pinag-work sa occupational nurse. Ano ba yung feeling mo na occupational hazard sa mga miners? Anong gusto mong by the word occupation, naging siyang occupational nurse kasi magbe-base ka doon sa occupation na mga to. Parang kumbaga yung mga miners na or yung mga nag-aalaga sa poultry. Kumbaga, yung mga pwedeng sakit na makuha sa mga ginagawa nila sa buhay nila araw-araw. Okay, that's what they call occupational nurse. Sikat din po ito. Kaso dito sa Pilipinas, hindi siya ganong kasikat. Company nurse. Although dito sa Pilipinas, umuuso na sa atin yung each company, kahit medyo maliit yan, may company nurse na rin sila. It's very useful kasi itong company nurse. Kasi parang ikaw yung doktor na doon, ikaw na yung nurse, lahat-lahat na. Kasi kung may emergency, ikaw una-unang mag-respond. Before ka refer sa hospital. Pero pag mag-affectas, dapat knowledgeable din sa mga first aid, sa mga BLS, sa mga ACLS, kung kaya mong mga training na gawin para edge mo rin yan na makapasok sa isang company. And mind you guys, ang company nurse po sa mga malalaking kumpanya, for example, like foreign companies that are based in the Philippines, malalaki din po ang kita niyan. Kahit hindi na po tayo abroad, kung nakapasok po sa foreign na nakabase sa Pilipinas, malaki din po ang sahod natin dyan. Community nurse, ito yung sabi ko kanina, lahat ng mga nurses, siguro hindi lahat sa atin is gustong mag-abroad or gustong mag-work sa hospital or gustong gawin ng ganito. Some of us probably is to be, you wanted to have like interaction to the people, to your community, or to the far-flung areas. So, pwede ka rin maging community nurse. Example ngayon yung mga DOH nurse na at mga na-deploy sa mga far-flung areas. Those are example ng DOH ngayon. Before it's called NDP. Tapos ngayon inibahan na naging DOH nurse na sila. Last one is nurse anesthetist. Pwede ka rin maging nurse anesthetist. But of course, you need to do a lot of trainings, you need to do a lot of exams, a lot of readings, and so on. So, nasa sa atin yan. Kung anong gusto natin gawin right after natin makuha license or right after natin graduate, nasa sa atin yan. Always remember what I've discussed earlier na mga dapat nating sa puso at ilagay sa ating utak para maging successful tayo in the future. Marami pa pong mga other areas ng nursing. I would like to advise you guys na habang nag-aaral pa kayo, try to read on different areas para at least kung pag-graduate natin, kung ano yung gusto mo talagang tahakin na landas, and go for it. Kung gusto mo maging geriatric nurse, for instance, yung mga matatanda naman ang gusto mong alagaan kasi you are very sa mga elders, you go for it. Psychiatric nurse. For example, dito sa atin sa veterans, may psychiatric ward na tayo dito. And if you want to apply here locally, why not? Or to gain experience here and you can apply overseas, that's even better. Mas malaki ng psychiatric nurse. The areas ng nursing na pasukin right after natin mag-graduate at kumuha. Siyempre, dapat mag-continue ng experience or we can apply overseas. Paano naman, for example, yung pag-graduate mo ng nursing, hindi ka pumasa, for example, or pag-graduate mo ng nursing, nakapasa ka, pero you don't like to work as a nurse. Parang sabi mo, parang ayoko nang mag-nurse kasi ganito. Marami pa naman tayong mga profession aside from healthcare services. We have like BPOs. Yun yung common na pinapasukan ng mga fresh graduates. Call centers. We have tutorials. Korean, we have a lot of Korean nationals coming in the Philippines. And now, umuuso na rin ang ating online tutorials. You can work on that kung ayaw mo talagang maging part na ng healthcare. Or kung gusto mo munang try yung mga ibang profession before mo gusto mapasabak sa healthcare, why not? Mag-apply ka muna sa call center. After 1 year, 2 years, mag-resign ka, pumasok ka sa hospital. Mag-tutorial ka muna. After 1 to 2 years, hindi ka pumasok sa hospital. Well, ang maganda din sa mga yan kasi, BPOs, call centers, and tutorials is that it helps you to enhance your English capability or your English skills, especially if you wanted to take IELTS to work in Australia, Canada, or New Zealand, UK. I'm not saying that you're gonna work there for long, but what I'm saying is it's a very good training for us because we'll be talking to different nationalities, for instance, Americans, Australians, UK, and so on, Canadians, for instance. So we tend to develop more skills about listening, about speaking, and everything. So my advice is probably you can try as well na mag 2 years ka muna, wag 1 year ka. After that, okay, tama na to. I think I'm ready na kumuha na ng experience sa hospital. And right after 2 to 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, then I can apply overseas and to have a better opportunity. Kasi nga, ang pag-apply overseas, nasa sa atin yan. Kung anong gusto mong country din, for example pala. Kung anong gusto mong country, you should have a goal, like, gusto kong ganito. You should be flexible, as I've said earlier, na dapat may mga listahan ka ng mga countries na gusto mo. Para kung hindi ka nakapasa sa isa, then try the other countries. Imposible namang tatry mo yung 5, hindi ka pa pumasa. Diba? Siyempre, kung nag-fail ka ng 2 beses, on the third, magiging ka na, parang mas palabag na or perspective ka na sa mga nangyayari sa environment mo na, ay, ganito pala. I think hindi ako nakapasa nung una, it's because of this one. Ganun lang yun. Okay? So, I'm not advising you guys na right after finishing or right after having your license as a nurse, you apply as in BPOs or call center or tutorials. But what I'm saying is this will help you guys to prepare yourself for the IELTS or for the TOEFL or for the other English exams that is required before you go to the certain countries that you wanted to work. Okay? Another profession is you can be a salesman as well. Maging cashier ka sa SM or maging sales boy ka sa mga supermarket for instance, as long as you are earning something rather than tatambay-tambay ka lang diyan kasi hinihintay mong application. Apply ka, but you need to work while waiting for your application. Hindi na pwedeng mag-apply ka lang tapos after 6 months wala pa yung tawag ng agency mo, for example, nakatambay ka lang. Maging ano tayo, parang maging versatile tayo sa buhay. Do something that you think that can help you and help other people. Parang kung maging entrepreneur ka, for example, magbenta ka ng mga product. Kung may mga talent kang magluto, di magluto-luto ka, magbenta ka, habang hinihintay mo yung application mo, at the same time, makatulong ka sa mga ibang tao, makatulong ka sa family mo. So, to recap yung diversity, we have different areas of healthcare services, mga ICED, medical, surgical, and the like. On ko po kanina. Marami po yan. So, wag tayong mag-isip na, ay, ganito lang yung pwedeng apply, ganito lang. Marami po yan. Occupational nurse ka, community nurse anesthetist ka, or whatever you like. Marami yan. Or kung ayaw mo naman sa healthcare system, marami din ibang profession dyan na pwedeng pasukan ang mga nurses. Pwede ka rin maging medical representative actually. Kung ayaw mo na sa hospital. Marami po yan. Nasa sa ating puso at isip at nasa sa atin kung paano natin i-work out yung ating mga goals to reach our dreams and to be a better and a successful person. So before I end this um, uh, talk, I'm going to give you saying that goes this way. A man without dreams, a man without dreams is like a bird without wings. Totoo nga naman, di ba? Yung parang kung ang tao lang dream sa buhay, parang siyang ibon na walang pakpak. Yung parang hanggang dito na lang ako kasi ganito naman yung nangyari sa buhay ko, kasi ganito lang kami, wala kaming kakayanang magbayad ng ganyan para makapunta ka sa ibang bansa. Everything has a solution. Sabi nga nila. Kung gusto mo, may paraan. Kung ayaw mo, maraming dahilan. So, nasa sa atin yan. Maging, to make our life better and to help other people. Kasi kung mas maganda yung buhay mo, mas marami ka ding matutulungan mga ibang tao. I'm not saying na pagpunta mo magtrabaho, magpadala ng maraming pera. It's not like that. But what I'm saying is, for instance, in your family, kung maganda kang trabaho overseas or sa ibang bansa, for example, mas marami kang perang ipapalit sa Pilipinas, mas marami silang matutulungan na family members mo. So, yan lang po. At I do hope you learn from me. And thank you for listening. Sir Prince.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Rex, for your time and for sharing your expertise to our nursing students. So uh, just to share some quotable quotes coming from the lecture of Sir Rex. Sabi niya, we took nursing because we want to have a better life, but we must overcome the hardships and struggles that this life would bring us. Sabi pa niya, focus, perseverance, determination are keys to achieving your goals. Once again, before we end the webinar, Sir Rex, can we entertain at least 2 to 3 questions before we end this?
Sure, no
Ayan.
problem.
All right. So I think we have students who would like to ask some questions about our topic for tonight. So we also would like to acknowledge Ma'am Marites Villar, our clinical instructor for third year and fourth year. We also have our graduate from batch 2019, Sir Sir Lopez, Mr. Brian Michael Lopez, And of course, we also have our students from the second year, first year, second year, and up to fourth year, including our incoming freshmen. Okay, so I think there are 5 to 6 incoming first years sa ating webinar today. All right, so anyone from the group, please, who would like to ask our resource speakers or Rex about our topic um, for tonight? Anyone po? Mama Ted, do you have a question to Sir Rex?
No, it's all clear.
All right. Ayan. So thank you so much. How about our graduating students? I think you also have plans of migrating to the United States soon. So this is the best time to ask our resource speaker for some clarifications or maybe questions about migration to the United States. Gio, Don, we have Aya. I think I saw Resi a while ago sa ating mga graduating students. Anyone po sa ating mga graduating students? Ay, nawala na sila. All right, so if you don't have any questions, guys, we would like to thank once again Sir Rex for gracing this webinar about um, career, career path and diversity. Once again, Sir Rex, thank you so much. We hope to see you in our next series of webinars, uh,
Thank you so much to Sir Prince.
which started today and which will run until I think August of this year. Ayan. Once again, Sir Rex, maraming salamat and good night.
Good night din, Sir Ran. Maraming salamat din sa pag-invite sa akin. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so sa ating
Okay,
mga
bye-bye.
students, maraming salamat po. And I will advise you kung kailan yung ating next webinar lecture. But as of now, ang nag-confirm pa lang po sa ating webinar lecture is Ma'am, yung magle-lecture lang about cardiovascular diseases, Ma'am Josa. We also have Sir Fidel Salinas who confirmed na magle-lecture next week. And we also have two former students, four former students na mag-share din ng kanilang mga topics sa ating webinar lecture. Once again, thank you so much. Your certificates will be given once na mapirmahan ni Sir Rex yung ating yung inyong mga certificates. Again, thank you and good night.
Good night.